Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am back with another video for you guys. I'm going to be doing like my January reads, all the books that I read in January. I know this video is a little late considering it's February 12th, but I have been just really busy with school and like getting assignments in and projects and all that stuff. So I haven't been able to consistently upload. I think the last video that I did was like 3 weeks ago, which is kind of yeah, but I'm gonna try to put out as much as I can. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into the video before I start rambling. Yeah. So according to my Goodreads, it says that, by the way, all of these books will be on Goodreads. I will have the link down below so you guys can check it out for yourself. But I'm gonna just quickly, I think it's from the most recent to the latest one. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start. So I think my favorite series that I read that month was the Tangled Lies series by Pam Godwin, I think it is. And I really enjoyed that series. I think I rated all of them like 5 stars. I really liked that series a lot. So the book is a 3-parter. It comes with yeah, okay, so the first one is One is a Promise, the second one is called Two is a Lie, and then the third one is called Three is a Warp. So basically the gist of the story is kind of a 3-person romance, if you know what I mean, but not in like a polygamous situation, more of a I don't know, because when I read it, like when I started getting near the end, I thought it was going to turn out that way, but it didn't. So it starts off with a woman, and she basically, I don't want to give too much away. I might not even tell you guys about the names of the characters or anything like that, but I'm going to just go ahead and tell you like the gist of it, I guess. So basically it starts off with a woman that is or has grieved for her fiance that she was going to get married, and he had to go away for a job. And he basically never ended up coming back, and he was dead, and then she ends up falling in love with someone else. And that guy, there's so many like secrets and like surprise points in this book series that's kind of like interesting. So she ends up falling in love with another guy, and she's in this relationship with him, and then she ends up actually like getting engaged to that guy, and then her the fiance that died wasn't really dead, ended up coming back, and then she's like kind of stuck in this three like this love triangle where she has to pick between 2 guys, and then it's just a whole bunch of turn of events that happens in the story, which I thought was really good and I really liked it. So if you want to check that out, you can go ahead on my Goodreads and like just get a little bit more in depth with that. So the next one on the list is called, oh yes, I read the Broken and Screwed series. I think it's a 2-parter, and it's basically about a girl that lost her brother, and her and her brother's best friend have this kind of weird relationship. It was written by Tijan. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correct, Tijan, but it's a 2-parter, and it's basically about the girl, and she falls in love. Well, it's not really falling in love. It starts off kind of like a sexual thing, and then she develops feelings for him, but he's not. He has feelings for her, but are fighting it, and basically they only have they hook up on like the anniversary of her brother's death, and like just on a few days, like specific days in the year. And yeah, so the story goes on like that, and it's just kind of about them and like how they cope and how they're healing, because they were both really close with the girl's brother. And yeah, so the next one is the Forever Yours series. I read number 1 and number 2. The first one is called You Promise Me Forever, and it's by Monica Murphy. I rated that 3 stars. I enjoyed it. It's about a girl, and her name is Amanda, and she is basically it's about her reconnecting with her like high school sweetheart, and she is now an adult, and he was in or is in the NFL. He's a football player and they end up reconnecting and kind of just falling back in love and everything like that. So it was a cute story, but it wasn't like my favorite thing. It's nothing like, you know, different or anything that I've read. So I gave it a 3 stars. It was enjoyable. You might have read it already. Next one that I do really want to talk about is the Star-Crossed series. Yeah, so I actually have them. Yeah, I have down here. So I have the first one. This one is Bad Romeo, and this is by Lisa Rat. Oh. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna get the second one. Okay, guys. So this is the books for Bad Romeo and Broken Juliet. And these, like, when I tell you guys, okay, so the book is written by Lisa Raven, and let me tell you guys, this gave me so many flashbacks to After. If you guys don't know what After is, I've talked about it in another video before, and I haven't actually done like a whole video on After, which I actually think I might do. But yeah, it gave me so many like After flashbacks, you guys. It just, I think like the characters are so much like Hardin and Tessa that that's why I kind of picked it up. I picked it up and it kind of gave me those, like a reminder. As far as the setting goes, it's kind of different. It's not really that different. It's similar but different, if you know what I mean. So it starts off with, so let me start. It revolves around actors, and like it starts off in the present, which is basically so the girl, her name is Cassie, and she is an actress, and it starts off with her getting a role on Broadway, and she is being reconnected with her like ex Ethan, and she's playing lead with him, and they're like this is their first time seeing each other in like a really, really long time after breaking up, and they played leads together in college, and that's kind of how the story goes. It goes back and forth from college to the present, where they're working like in real life. So it's basically just tells you the story of what happened back then that leads to the events that's happening in the present. As far as the characters, I think they remind me, I think especially Ethan reminds me a lot of Hardin, and yeah, it's just kind of like, I don't know why, but it just reminded me a lot about After. So I'm going to read you the back of this, the synopsis of the first one, so you guys can kind of tell if I'm like being honest, like if you guys like hear it and kind of feel the same way, if you guys are After fans. So I'm going to just start. So Cassie Taylor was a good girl acting student. Ethan was the bad boy on campus. You see? Then one fated casting choice for Romeo and Juliet changed it all. Like the characters they were playing on stage, Cassie and Ethan's epic romance seemed destined, until it ended in tragedy when he shattered her heart. Now they've made it to Broadway, where they reunited as romantic leads once again, and their passionate scenes force them to confront the heartbreaking lows and pulse-pounding highs of their intense college affair. For Ethan, losing Cassie was his biggest regret, and he's determined to redeem himself. But for Cassie, even though Ethan was her first and only great love, he hurt her way too much for her to ever trust him again. The trouble is, working with him reminds her that people who rub each other the wrong way often make the best sparks. And when it comes to love, sometimes it's the things that are good for us that are the most irresistible. Don't miss the intoxicating romance beloved by more than 2 million fans. So basically, if you guys didn't like get like flashes of After even reading this, from me reading the synopsis, I don't know. I think it does. Comment down below if you agree or disagree, but it does. It just gives me that feel, especially I think especially with the last few books of Ethan. So like the present of like, when you're in the present, this is where Ethan has changed the most, and he's kind of bettered himself, and that reminds me a lot of like Hardin, whereas like After is like, there's a lot of books. This is just like the first 2 that have these characters. There's a third one that actually is about Ethan's sister, which I actually liked more than I liked these 2. Yeah, so she's actually a stage manager. So the third one that I read was called How's my water bottle? The last one that I read was called Wicked Heart, I'm assuming. Yeah, Wicked Heart. And it's the third one in the book, and it's about Ethan's sister, who is a stage manager, and she is, I rated that like 4 stars, I think. Oh, 5 stars actually. I really, really like that one. More than actually these ones. Yeah, I think because, I don't know, I think because when reading this, it gave me so many, like, it reminded me so much of After that I almost, I don't know, I almost like felt like I was reading something similar, you know, someone like somewhat the same. So when I read the next one, it was different. So if you know what I mean. So Wicked Heart is basically about Ethan's sister, like I said, and about her. She's a stage manager, and she is working on this new production where movie actors are going to be the leads, and turns out that the lead in there was an ex-lover of hers, and you kind of just see the past and the present of how everything falls into place with those two and just their story. So I really, really recommend the third one. I really liked it. Next, sorry guys, the video just cut out, but I was in the middle of saying or getting to the next book that I read. Also, another book series that I read was the Trinity Trilogy that I loved. I did a whole video on that I think was the last video that I did. So I'm going to link that down below. I'm not going to get into it. There's basically 3 or 4 parts. There's 3 parts that are part of one, or talking about one couple, and then the two last ones are about 2 different couples that are related to the first 3 books. So yeah, if you want more details, I'll leave a link down below to that. And then I also read the Dirty Billionaire Trilogy. I honestly didn't love this. It was rated really well on Goodreads, but it didn't like make me, like, I didn't love it. I read it, I think I rated it 2. Oh, I gave it a 3. I didn't like, yeah, it was okay, but it wasn't like something that I loved, and I thought it was something I was gonna really, really like. I don't know why, but it's basic, and that one is basically about a girl that ends up marrying a billionaire, and it's like they have a one-night stand, and he really, really likes her, and they end up he ends up like asking, like, doesn't know who the girl is, and then goes on TV and is like, you know who you are, meet me at the same hotel where we met like on New Year's, and I want to get married to you. So they ended up doing that because she is with a record label, she's a singer, and she is kind of, you know, stuck in this like contract where she's not getting everything that she needs, and she's in a fake relationship with another guy, and so she wants to get out of all of that. So in this way he offers her help, and like they end up developing a relationship and liking each other. So yeah, that's what the story is about. I don't know why I didn't really like it, but for some reason I got bored like reading it, and I kind of wanted just to stop. Anyways, so the last books that I'm going to talk about are the Royal series. So I read the Royal series a really, 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 really long time ago. So I remember reading about, so the Royal series is basically about a family, and I really love the Royal series, or at least the first 3 books. So the first 3 books are Paper Princess, Broken Prince, Twisted Palace. Those 3 I read a long time ago. The ones that I read in January are Fallen Heir and Cracked Kingdom. I kind of always wanted to know why, like, the stories for those. Those were about the other brothers. I'm not really going to go into the whole like thing about it, but it is related. It's one of those like companion series or whatever, and I liked it. It was good. I think I remember reading, like, starting Fallen Heir and then never going back to it, so I figured why not just like finish it off and be done with it. And then I ended up reading Cracked Kingdom, and I actually I liked Fallen Heir more, and then I gave Cracked Kingdom a 3. I didn't enjoy it that much. It wasn't amazing, but it wasn't that bad. So yeah. Anyways, those are all the books that I read. I think I missed a few, but I'm not even gonna get into them. If you guys want to know more or see the rest of the books that I read that month, I will leave a link to the Goodreads so you guys can check that out for yourself. Yeah, so that is basically all that I have for today. I'm going to be doing another video, a kind of get to know me video, because I know that there are a few new of you. I can't talk. A few more of you guys, a few new subscribers that have come and joined this channel. I am super happy and blessed that you guys care enough to even like watch. Thank you guys for watching. I am really excited. I know a lot of you, or like any of you guys, if any of you guys are After fans, like I said, I know that I said I was going to do a trailer reaction and that I was waiting for the trailer in January, or I said it was going to come out in January. So there has been like all this like buzz about it and just like stuff on Instagram about like how the After movie trailer was supposed to come out in January and how it's not coming out. They ended up releasing today, or like saying today that it's coming out on Valentine's Day. So we're waiting on that. Valentine's Day, we finally have a set date. Funny story, I actually ended up, I was on Instagram this morning because I don't have school because it's like literally there's a blizzard outside and all schools in Toronto are closed down. So all like colleges and like everything is closed down. So I was like, okay. I woke up late because I had the time and I ended up going on Instagram, and they ended up showing the it ended up saying the full trailer of After, and I thought it was, so I didn't want to see it before getting to react to it. So I ended up like getting myself ready and like getting the camera set up and everything, and I go to like watch it, and it's just an announcement that the trailer is coming out on Valentine's Day, which is whatever, but yeah, I just thought I had to say that. But it is coming out on Valentine's Day, the trailer at least, and we're really close to the due date actually, or the day that it's being released, like the movie itself. Like it's gonna be March, April, in no time it's gonna be out. I am so excited. If you guys are After niggers and you guys are fans, like this video, comment down below if you guys are excited about this movie, because I am so excited and I can't wait to do a reaction. I was literally like, my heart was beating so fast thinking that this trailer was out, and I was just like, oh my god, and then when I click on it, the literal disappointment, you have no idea. Anyways, I'm gonna close up this video because I feel like I'm talking way too much. But yeah, the next video I do is probably gonna be a get to know me, so you guys can kind of get to know me, get a feel of who I am. I don't think I did one. I think my first one was a little bit like awkward, but I feel like now that I'm a little bit more comfortable in front of the camera, it'll be less awkward and I'll have better questions. But if you guys I think I'm gonna just like look for questions online, but if you guys have any questions that you want to know about me, leave it down below and I will answer whatever I find. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for the love and the support. Please like this video, subscribe, and join the family. Bye!